Making the Invisible Visible, Black Women 365 Days of the Year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
Okay, I'm Myrna Loy, also known as DJ Lady Loy. I'm a storyteller, I'm a community advocate, I'm a creative. In other words, I publish, I write books, I've published magazines, and I also, in my day-to-day job, I work for Safeguarding Children. And I think the main drive for me is just enabling people to find spaces to speak. I mean, when I'm doing counselling, I'm listening and I'm giving the my clients the opportunity to speak. When I'm online, I'm allowing my listeners to have a voice, to have a thought. And sometimes I find a lot of people don't have that opportunity, whether it's because of their innate fears or whether it's because they just don't feel they'll be listened to. So I like to think that whatever I'm doing, it has a theme of including people and allowing their voices to be heard. So and listening to stories and telling my story, I've had a lot of experiences. So my books are my life, even though I kind of make it feel as though it's external to my life, but it's a lot of it is common experiences that other people can identify with and think, oh yeah, she's been through that, it's not so bad. You know what I mean? So people feel included. I like to think in my life. Well, it kind of varies because from Monday to Wednesday, I work for the health service. So that's a very mundane, but it keeps me stabilized. It keeps me getting up in the morning. And then my own time is mostly spent maybe selecting music because I have shows on Fridays and Saturdays. I have my own radio station called Gold Standard Radio. And so I DJ on that, and I have a couple of other DJs on there. And then I'm always researching topics, especially about immigration for people who are struggling. Like yesterday, I saw something in the news that said they're going to start taking away young children from parents and send them back to their countries because they've come over as care leavers. And it reminded me of the Windrush, when they invite people over and then after a period they send them back. And these individuals, even though they know they're on a temporary visa, they tend not to think, oh, this is temporary. So I kind of raise awareness about that. And it excites me to think that I can actually offer information that even for people who may be thinking about coming into the country, but also those people who are here and what the logic might be behind the government changing policies midstream. So that is my passion, even though I don't always find time to do it. But as long as I find a topic in the news and I think, oh, that's going to help somebody, or that's interesting for other people. And it doesn't just have to be immigration, it could be housing, it could be any injustice in the world, it could have something to do with police stop and search or whatever it is. But sometimes people send me stuff. And if they send me material and I've received it 3 or 4 times, I will take note and I will investigate it and research it. And then I'll do it, I'll do something on TikTok and upload it onto YouTube as well. So that's me in motion mostly. That has to be my Black Bright News magazine. I'd been out of the country. I'd been in the United States for 11 years. And I was born in the UK. But the thing with the United States is that it doesn't kind of quash you. It really allows you to feel liberated. And I expressed myself artistically. I had exhibitions in Christie's auction house, and I did my poetry and that kind of stuff. So when I came back to the UK, I had this need to amalgamate all my learnings and, my entrepreneurial spirit that I didn't know that I had. And I thought, what better way was to start a magazine? But I found that I was ahead of time, so to speak. People didn't really gravitate. They liked the idea of the magazine, but when I thought that the masses of Luton and London, which is where I'm from, would kind of jump on board, it wasn't what I thought it would be. I'd have to have special events in order to promote it. So even though it'd been going for 20 years, even now, if I say to somebody, I did a magazine called Black Bright News, still people wouldn't have heard of it. You see what I mean? So, but that is still my proudest venture because it's like um, putting into practice and having a physical evidence of all the hard work of actually going out meeting people, have it allowing me to use all of my experiences in life to publish a magazine. Right, the small wins with gratitude. Actually, I am God-fearing, and I'm always thankful. I'm always grateful for any aspect, even like waking up in the morning. I'm just kind of grateful. I'm 73, so I kind of think, wow. I've woken up. I haven't got not walking with a stick. I've got my eyesight. I've got all my extremities. So for me, they're small wins, even though they're not practical wins.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the invisible visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.